Hello everybody. Today we have this position, white pawn moving forward in this direction and black pawn moving downward in this direction. Can you find the winning move? So go ahead, pause the video before I say anything else. Try to guess the move on your own. Best of luck. Okay, welcome back. So we have two pawns here moving forward in this direction, and obviously we are winning. White is completely winning this, but white must find a strong player to take in charge with and win this with the help of the strong player. So first, if we push the c pawn c5, black would simply capture the pawn. Obviously black would do that, and we would have a passed pawn, right? So black would push, we push, black would push, we push, black would push, we get a queen, black would get a queen with check. And now we have to move the king somewhere, and this is simply just a draw. We wouldn't have any checkmate pattern using that. Black has already got a queen and would give us a check, and black even have 3 extra pawns, right? So this is not actually the way. How about this move, pushing the a pawn to a5 and creating a passed pawn using the c pawn, right? So let's see. Well, it's going to be a pawn race. Well, we promote the pawn first, but again black's pawn promoted to a queen with check, and once we move the king, there is no way we can do to win the game, and this is going to be just once again a draw. So pushing these two pawns doesn't work, right? So some of you may think, what if we push the pawn and try to hunt black's pawn like with the king? This idea is actually good, but again this doesn't work because black has also these pawns, right? So we can't actually catch this pawn because this pawn would start moving, and this is even going to be worse, right? So that is the idea. So pushing the pawn doesn't work. So what else can we try? We have a plenty of options with the king. We can move to, but the correct move is king to g2. I am going to explain why that is the correct move later, but the first reason why we move the king to g2 is to just make the king get out of the first rank, right? So that when black pawn gets promoted, it doesn't come with check. And not only that, black can't push this pawn, right? We would offer the opportunity to push the pawn for black, but we simply capture that, and we would have a connected passed pawn that are going to be a queen. So that is the other idea, and there are a couple of reasons why we play king to why we have played king to g2. I will explain them later. So in this position, black can do a lot of things, right? So obviously black wouldn't push the pawn. Black has to move other moves, right? So if we try to see black's position and try to move other piece, black has g3, king to h4, and king to h6. Let's see them one by one. What if black pushes to g3? Well, now we are going to push the pawn to a5, and we are going to play a5 specifically for a reason. The first reason is to create a passed pawn. We are creating a direct passed pawn that is going to be promoted on c8, and the second reason is the pawn must be promoted on c8. I will show you why. So black, we push to promote the pawn, black pushes, we push, black pushes, we push, and black pushes, trying to threaten a queen, and we get a queen here. So this is why we push and sacrifice the a pawn instead of the c pawn. So after we sacrifice the a pawn, the pawn on c5 is going to be promoted, and we specifically want the queen to be on c8 to aim a look at h3, right? So what is it actually? Now black cannot promote to a queen, otherwise we would simply play queen to h3 and deliver a checkmate. Therefore, what can black do? Well, black can actually create an escape route, and we simply play a queen move, something a queen move like this. We can actually play this move as well to get there and capture black's pawn, so we are completely winning. So that is why in this position we sacrifice the a pawn, right? If we sacrifice this pawn, it wouldn't work because at the end we can't actually see the h3 pawn. So that is the simple logic. Well, what if the king in this position? I showed you what if black pushes the pawn to g3. Well, what if the king moves to h4 instead? Well, in this case we sacrifice the c pawn, right? So there is a reason for this as well. We have to sacrifice the c pawn specifically for the reason after the race. You know that there is a race and we are going to get the queen first, and now after all of this we have checkmate there, and there is no way that black can control the square of h8, right? So if we have sacrificed, if we had sacrificed the a pawn, this doesn't work, because at the end of the race the black pawn becomes a queen and defend the mate, right? So that scenario doesn't work, so that we have to sacrifice the c pawn to make black promote on c1, which does not defend the h8 square, right? So that is the idea, and at the end of all of this we are going to get a queen and we are going to deliver checkmate there, right? So yes, black can push the pawn and escape, but this comes with cost, because we are going to give this check and grab the black's pawn, and we are going to win the game. Well, the last variation of this is if the king moves to h6. So what should we play? Well, in this scenario we sacrifice the same pawn. So the idea is actually to make black promote its pawn on c1, so that when we get into the position like this after the race, we would get to h8 and deliver a checkmate, because the queen would also just cover the g7 square, skipping square of the king. So black wouldn't get a chance to promote. Actually, black may probably play king to g7, and now we would have a chance to simply win black's pawn and also win the game. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.